do this till the end of April, is our booth is 1506 at ABS, HTB Beauty. Please stop by, see us. Along those lines, I just got a notification that if you buy a 3-day pass to ABS, you get automatic 1-year membership to CCA, which is the Chicago Cosmetologists Association.
Wow.
It's kind of cool. I thought it was pretty cool. I got that notification. I have to add a caveat to that. It is not 100% confirmed. It was just a notification that I got, and I did not get a chance to definitely confirm that. But we'll let you guys know about that future on, especially in the Facebook group and stuff like that. Okay. So let's talk about long hair trends for the spring and summer of 2024. Are you ready?
What do you got?
One of my favorites, because it's the first haircut I ever learned, is the classic long layer haircut is going to be coming back into style. That true, almost Farrah Fawcett-ish layered haircut. Because for long-haired people, it's enabling them to keep their length, but it's also giving them a little more than just that chop and drop, right?
I love the transition into the styling. I love how we're just slowly transitioning back into styling hair. Hot tools are going to become important. Brushes are going to become important. You know, the angles and the layering, man, that's really cool.
And maintaining that long hair.
I love how you were talking about the treatments last week. So that is I'm all about that.
That is that's going to be really important for us as stylists, for us behind the chair, is really keeping people being able to maintain that long luscious hair that they have.
When are scrunchies going to come back then? You know, with all this long hair, aren't you going to need hair ties and hair accessories?
Scrunchies are back. We talked. Yes. And in one of the later news notes, there's something about that. You're jumping the gun on me because you see my notes. I see what you're doing.
I'm telling you, I can't see the notes because I got to do this. I can't see the notes. I'm just excited about hair ties.
Hair ties, scrunchies. The big hot trend for spring, summer coming with scrunchies is going to be the mulberry silk scrunchies, because it won't put dents in the hair. It won't pull the hair if they just yank it out directly. And there's a lot of companies out there now that are actually making them in different diameters, not just for the big thick ones. They're making smaller ones, and with the silk, they can actually sleep in the silk, and it won't put pressure on the hair and actually and cause breakage and things like that.
Interesting. Very kind
of cool. Okay. Kind of cool. So next on our list, and it's something that took me me personally a really long time to learn, is the long-haired shag.
Yeah.
I still remember the first one I ever tried, and it looked like a mullet. I had such a massive drop off.
It's such a fine line.
It is.
It's such a fine line in the angle that you pull on it.
Yep. The long shag is going to be is what they're showing. They show it was seen a lot on during Paris Fashion Week. And with the shag for those people with finer hair, finer texture hair, it's actually giving them more volume. And with that shag, if executed correctly, you can use it on every hair texture, from curly texture to that fine thin long hair. And once again, with that shag, you're getting activation, but they're also able to keep their length. And that is the biggest thing that you hear from your client. You know, I want layers, but I don't want to lose my length, right? Is that one of the first things they say?
I want a haircut, but don't take anything off.
Right. I want to be blonde, but I don't want to see any warmth. And they're a level 2. So that's what we're going to be seeing more of. Is that long layered shag. And then for those of us that do a lot of color, is we're going to have to really work our placements. We're going to have to pay attention to our placements with that shag too, because you don't want to leave any blank, any null spots.
I'll tell you what, that was one of the hard lessons that I learned early in the beginning in my career. You could bang out a haircut and have it look perfect, but if your color doesn't complement the layering and the style of it, it ruins the entire haircut. And vice versa too. You could have the most perfect color placement, but if you can't cut the layers properly, then all that color just looks like a bunch of skips going down the head.
Exactly.
And it really, really shows off the discrepancy in the weight lines and such.
Yeah.
That's a bad day too. There's such a harmony between both. It really, really is. One of the bigger things that I'm personally seeing is toning classes. Our toning classes have been really busy. We've been selling them out one after another because it is the ultimate accessory to everything.
It is 100%. If toning has become a big part of what we do, especially color-wise, I shouldn't say especially, but color-wise, because really, really hitting that tone right on the nail head makes a big difference. And yeah, color placement makes a big difference with the haircut, and the haircut makes a big difference with color placement. They do. They work hand in hand, 100%. And last on our news list, which goes along with what you were talking about, is it's not a new thing. It's called boho waves.
It's called what?
Bohemian waves. Boho waves.
Waves. Okay.
Where you're working with the natural texture of the hair, especially with our curly hair or wavy hair clients. Should say girls. Sorry, don't cancel me for that. But with the boho waves, and what they're using a lot of these antique type clips and antique type hair ties to go with this soft curl wave. That's what you're going to be asking for. Instead of beach waves now, they're going to be asking for boho waves, which is just a soft bend to the hair, very luxurious. And once again, like we were talking about last week, it's a wave that can actually go from casual to a dressy look too, depending on your hair accessory and how you truly style it. And
I'm going to tell you a story. You just made me think of something, man. Do you remember? I don't remember which Trend Command show it was. Do you remember Nicholas flew in and his luggage got messed up, so he didn't have his rollers with him. Like he didn't have his tools with him to be able to set the hair properly. And the one model in particular who he had chosen to do some kind of waves or curls on, and she came in and her hair was longer, far longer, significantly longer than what the profile shot was. So that was a mismatch. That was bad. The airline lost his luggage. That was bad. We have to. He wants to set the hair. He wants to make the curls and stuff. I'm looking around. He's looking around, and he goes, "Get me all the cans."
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in the back room, so everybody's drinking pop and soda and stuff. He goes, "Get me all the cans. Collect all the cans. Pour them all out. We can't anybody drink. We don't have time for people to drink. Just pour them all." Because get me all the hairspray, and we're just spraying the can.
I remember that. Do
you remember that?
Because it was actually the three of us on one head of hair. I still remember that.
God, man, I love Nicholas, man. The stories, the ingenuity, the vision, the artistic vision and stuff.
Sure.
And this model, you would think. I was kind of freaked out. I'm like, we're literally putting Coke cans in this girl's head. This model thought it was the funniest and the most awesome. She could not get enough selfies,
Right.
Oh my God.
See, but that takes me back to my mother used to set her hair on orange juice cans. Remember the concentrated orange juice
Oh
cans?
yeah.
My mother used to, and the blue gel. She'd buy had the tub
Right.
of the blue gel, and she would set her hair on orange juice cans. I still remember it. I remember to this day walking
Right.
into the kitchen, looking at her, going, "What's in your hair?" But it worked. It
You're
worked.
totally right. I forgot about what I don't even remember what that was. It was like before Costco was even a thing. They probably got that tub from Restaurant Depot, or I don't know, whatever depot for hair care. Man, that was just blue.
Yep.
I think it was it just called blue gel? Like there was no name on it. It was just
Yeah.
a tub of blue gel.
Blue gel.
Right? Man,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I hated those plastic rollers.
It was, and oh,
Oh
the
man,
magnetic rollers were the worst.
those were the worst. Yeah, and you'd
I,
have to slather them
you
on
know,
there. Wow.
and then you
Okay,
stick them under the dryer for. Go ahead.
no,
Did I
you
lose
were
you?
saying about the dryer.
Oh, because then you'd slap on so much gel, and you'd stick them under the dryer, and then like an hour later, it's still damp after all the alcohol dissipated from the from the
I'm sitting
curls.
there doing an elbow drop. After you take the rollers out, I'm doing an elbow drop just to crack the gel off the hair to get the hair to bend back into and then you'd have to rat the hair, or how you say back comb and tease the hair.
Back brush the hair.
Oh, excuse me. Back brush the hair.
I still remember. And I always tell because it's my one reference point is the woman that trained me. I remember taking my mannequin, doing the roller set on it, back brushing it, and she would come with a tail comb, and if she could stick the tail comb in and pull the mannequin off of the stand,
Yes,
I did it correctly.
Yes. Can you imagine?
I used to go to the salon with my grandma. She used to take me out, and I remember the two lines of dryers, and you'd see all these women underneath it back in the old days, right? Where they all had ashtrays in the arms of but and then you'd look down the line at all the hairdressers, and they're all doing this, That's what they did. They did the weekly sets for their 50-cent tip.
So fast forward, now we're boho
waves, curls, and then what they're doing is they're doing ornamentation on them with some the biggest thing in thrift shops now are those old hair clips, like the old tortoise shell and things like that. That's what mentioned in the article that I found. But all these they're flying out, ornamenting the hair. I know you can't wait till they start braiding ribbon into the hair. I know you love that.
Oh yeah, that and then we'll just bring back the feathers again too. Why not? Bring it on.
Hair feather. Dude, hair feathers were awesome. I don't care what anybody says.
So annoying. It was so annoying.
Until you ripped it out of the hair with your round brush.
Oh my god.
It was amazing. It was truly amazing. Come on.
It was cool. It was cool. I do like hair accessories, so that is exciting. And doing the waves like that. So boho waves. All right, I'll remember that one. I like that one.
Boho waves.
You're in good news lately, man.
I love the fact that there's a lot going on with our industry. It's awesome, and we're not just staying with the status quo. That's one of the best things about what we all do is it changes so much from week to week, let alone year to year, how everything just is constantly moving. I love that.